right, welcome to the Krueg Show, everybody. Friday night, Giants, Dodgers. Man, it was a hell of a game until Bellinger went yard. Down the line. Sammy Long, you hang it, I bang it. And that's what happened tonight. Put one on the inside corner. Hung it on a shelf for Cody Bellinger, and he just absolutely smoked it. And the Giants' offense was nowhere to be found tonight.
Again.
Slater 0 for, Peterson 0 for, Ruff 0 for, Belt 0 for, Bart 0 for. I mean, it was just an ugly, ugly game. The Giants only had one extra base hit. It was a Luis Gonzalez double off Kimbrel. That was it. That was it. Logan Webb did not have his best stuff, Danny, but he did go 6. And then Tyler Rogers looked good in the 7th. But Sammy Long, he served one up to Bellinger. And the series continues as far as the season series. Dodgers now have won 4. All 4 in Los Angeles have gone to the Dodgers. All 3 of the games in San Francisco between the clubs has gone to the Giants. The Giants lose another game in the standings to the Dodgers. And Danny, Dodgers, for people who didn't see this game, Lux walked with the bags loaded in the first, and that scored Mookie Betts to make it 1-0 Dodgers, and it stayed that way until your mean Mercedes singled to right, and that scored Evan Longoria to make it a 1-1 game, and it stayed 1-1 until Bellinger hit one out down the right field line against Sammy Long. It went 383. Freeman, Muncy, and Lamb were all aboard, and that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming. What'd you think, Danny? And by the way, Ryan will join us here in a minute.
Ryan's having some technical issues with his computer stuff. He had to reboot and everything, so he'll be back. He'll be here shortly. But it's just another frustrating game. And, I hate to bemoan on the whole analytics and the platoon crap and Kapler, but it just.
Well, what didn't you like tonight?
First, a lot of things. Their defense sucks. So you take Ruff out and you put in Wade.
To use the clinical term.
I mean, Wade misses just an easy routine ground ball that extended the 8th inning, and all those runs were unearned, which I don't care about earned. It's just the fact is they're unearned because of the Giants' defense. But the other thing is Sammy Long, and I don't even know if I can blame Sammy Long. I'm going to put the blame on the Giants coaches because they should know what Cody Bellinger's weak spot is. It's a fastball up above the belt, and he can't hit it. And he hit it last year. He hit a slider off Duvall in the
playoffs.
Inning, in the playoffs after Duvall shook off Posey like 3 or 4 times, and he finally went with that hanging slider. That's the pitch that keeps Bellinger in the lineup. Is you put a fastball up at the letters, he's going to swing through it and miss it almost 9 out of 10 times.
Hold on a second, Dave. Take a breath. Did you bring any water to the show today?
I'll get some.
Take a breath for just a second, and let's promote that MF has donated $4.99, and he's speaking right to you, Danny. He says the Krueg Show is real. Listening to with Marty predicting the Giants win 90 games is a joke. I'm absolutely sick right now. Well, MF, I love the passion. All right.
It'd be nice to see some of that passion on the bench with Kapler tonight. Last night, there was a 3-0 pitch that Slater took 6 inches below the box, and it was called a strike. Next pitch, he ended up walking to bring in the go-ahead run. But Kapler just sits over there and goes,
I know. I wanted to see him yell and scream there too. It's like, dude, that was a horrendous call. That ball was that was last night, but that ball was, a half a foot under the zone.
Yeah.
And did he yell? Did he not
Nothing.
see it? Is he not gauging it? Is he okay with it? It's like, come on, Gabe. If you're ever going to yell about balls and strikes, that's it right there. That meant a run, and you didn't know if you were going to get that run.
You never know. Yeah. Next pitch could have flied out or whatever.
Hit a triple play.
Yeah. So, and then the next tonight, another
Kepler
example,
lacks fire is what you're saying, Danny.
Yeah.
Kepler lacks fire.
And Slater's
Is
down.
that what you're saying, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slater's down 0-1 in the count. He turns his head to the ump and says, timeout. And the pitch comes in, and Slater, he takes a called strike 2. Camera goes over to Kepler. You think he'd be yelling at the ump, "Hey, my guy called timeout. Come on, get your head in the game." Nothing. It's just like no backing of his players. I don't see any passion. So what do you?
You know what I think we saw in this series, and I know this is going to sound knee jerk. It's going to sound wild. It's going to sound like, oh, Krug's off his rocker. But I watch you, and everybody knows me. I watch every game. And I watch it closely, unless I doze off. But I always tape all the games. But I think in this series, and maybe before this series, Gabe Kapler lost Brandon Belt. Last night we saw Belt, who never swings at the first pitch, swing at the first pitch his first 2 times up. Swung basically. He only saw 3 pitches in the first 2 at bats, and he swung at all of them. It's very uncharacteristic. That's not the grinding at bat that Kapler loves or that the Giants love. You could almost say they almost giveaway at bats. Then Belt comes up and attempts to bunt in the 7th inning in a 1-run game. This is after Darren Ruff hit the grand slam. It was a tie game.
It was tied.
It was a tie game, and you got Brandon Belt batting in the 7th, and he's like one of 4 or 5 guys that could probably pop one in a big yard like Dodger Stadium, especially at night. And he's laying down a bunt. Today, Kapler pinch hit for Belt with David VR.
Yeah,
who's a rookie who's hitting 216.
I don't have an understanding.
And
of
Belt
that
went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He looks dead as hell. Danny, I think he shut it down. As far as I think he's tuned out Kapler. I would not be shocked if Belt were traded or if they moved on from Belt here. He's a free agent at the end of the year, I believe, and he's a great Giant, and he's the captain, he's the leader. But I get the sense that he's done with Kapler. That's my sense of it. Maybe am I over? What's your sense of it? And I'd love to hear from the people in the chat.
I don't know where he's at because Belt's hard to read because
he's pretty stoic. But you saw Belt slam his bat down tonight.
Yeah. He'll say frustrated. All the right things. But when he got pinch hit with David VR, 2 out.
That's insulting, man.
That's insulting. I mean, it's one thing if you're being pinch hit for a guy who's, hitting 350. He's just come up and he's hitting 350, 400, and he's raking against left-handers. I mean, I understand the whatever you want to call it, the platoon, the analytics, but throw your analytics away. You just took out your leader, so-called leader of the team,
and you embarrassed your leader.
You embarrassed him in front of 50,000.
I would never take Dan Coccimilgio off the live stream and bring in my son Christopher and say, you know what, Danny's a little long in the tooth. Christopher's the future. Danny's more of the past. Yeah. Danny, you're out. I wouldn't do that to you, and Kapler shouldn't have done that to Belt. No, but seriously, it is insulting.
It's insulting.
Why? And are you trying to develop bad blood with your veterans? Are you trying to do that?
And the only way that you have a less than 25% chance of that coming out successful. Maybe I don't know what VR is hitting against lefties. Let's say he's hitting 300.
He's hitting 227 overall.
I know, but let's say he's hitting 300 against left. I have no idea what his split.
I'll tell you right now.
Probably about 280.
What do you want to guess?
I'll say 285.
285 against lefties?
Yeah.
Well, it's a small sample size.
Yeah, it's very small.
He's actually hitting 545 against lefties.
No way.
Yeah, he is 6 for 11.
Then why wasn't he in the starting lineup, you Gabe? I mean, if he's hitting 545 against lefties and you're facing a lefty
Tyler
tonight,
Anderson.
and Tyler Anderson.
But
why do you have
don't
him on
even
the
care.
bench?
I don't even, seriously, that's where, what are we talking about here? We're talking about feel. If a guy's hitting 545 against lefty, start him against the lefty.
Don't bring him
But
cold. Don't bring him in cold.
But not only don't bring him in cold, don't insult your veteran player. Don't insult your captain. Don't insult your leader in the clubhouse by pinch hitting. I don't care what his split says. You don't do that. It's a tiny sample size.
Brandon,
and to what end? It's so short-lived. I mean, even if he came through there, so what? Do you have a philosophy? Are you trying to get the most out of Belt? Are you trying to tune Belt out? Now, Nick Martinez says Belt's knee. We're going to use that. I heard Kapler talk about Belt's knee coming into the series. They had, they shot it up, they drained it going into the break. They gave him a little juice in there to loosen it up, with the game plan being that he could play first base coming out of the break. He hasn't necessarily hit that well like we saw him right before the break, but still, he's Brandon Belt, and you're who you are. You're not a great offensive club.
Look, the guy's given you 2 world championships. He's played through pain, and he's been there. He hit the big home run in the 18th inning against the Nationals in 2014, to win that game 2. You don't do that to a guy that's been with your franchise in a key situation. You're better off just not even playing him if you're going to pinch hit for him in a key situation. Belt thrives on that stuff of being, up in a big situation. He's more likely to get on base with a walk or a key hit than VR is facing a guy for the first time.
Totally.
It's just, I just don't understand the mindset, because they go analytics on one thing and then they don't do the analytics on the other, like I was saying with Bellinger. Bellinger doesn't hit the fastball.
What about this one? Let's time out on that. Yeah. Ronald BBX says, let's talk about the Yermin Mercedes failed bunt. What the hell was that? Did you see the bunt?
Yeah, he tried to bunt like he was running bunt and slap it into right field. What was he trying to do?
Well, he was thinking, what's interesting on that at bat? Guys, he was thinking right field. Now, there was a hole there. The bunt was god-awful and the ugliest thing I think I've ever seen. But he did follow that up with a full swing blooper that dropped in right center. So he was thinking right field. At least he's thinking situational baseball. Yeah. I think that's good. That's a good thing.
The Giants, but
that bunt, oh my God.
The Giants defense let him down again tonight. The error by Wade, and then just I just don't understand. Your late innings 1-1, and you put your third, maybe fourth best first baseman in there. I think Flores does a better job at first than Wade. I don't know.
Anonymous says, Larry, I think there are a number of Giants that are over Gabe Kapler. We got this one from Rebel 444. He said, Belt having knee drained. Like, come on. You're MJ. If your knees are getting drained, your time is up, dude. Lotus 98 says, I think Larry might be right about Belt. Belt was very un-Belt-like last night. It really was. Brandon Belt, I would love to see the average number of pitches seen per AB. He saw 3 total pitches in his first 2 at-bats, and then was attempting to bunt in a tie game in the 7th, when he is clearly their probably best chance to park one over the fence. So I think he's just telling Kapler, you know what, speak to the hand. You know what I mean? I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of your juggling, and I'm tired of your pinch hitting, and I'm just tired of the whole thing. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he wouldn't own that. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable owning that. That's okay. And if I'm reading something in that's not really there, then shame on me, right? Shame on me. But I think everybody in the chat knows that I'm watching this stuff pretty close, and I wouldn't say this if I didn't think it. MF donates $4.99. He says, has the loss of Ron Wotus not being full-time impacted the Giants in a negative way? Is Kapler going to revamp the coaching staff? I think they absolutely miss Wotus.
Yes,
I don't know, but I heard somebody who does know whisper to me a couple weeks ago that Wotus may be of the mindset that this team doesn't work as hard as they need to, and that the coaches are too fascinated with coddling these players and cozying up to these players than actually challenging them and forcing them to work in the pregame to improve their weaknesses.
Yeah,
so that's interesting because there's not a lot of credibility as far as big league experience on the staff. But I'll tell you, last year, man, the staff got it out of these players. Now, is it possible that maybe after 1 year, your message grows a little stale? Maybe you can only go, balls to the wall, for so long before it's like, hey, we don't have that kind of energy. Or maybe there's too many veteran players who are pushing back this year because the results aren't there. I don't know, but we had Buster Olney on today on the radio in 95.7 The Game. I was sitting in with Damon. Think Blue donates $1.99. Says another win for the good guys. All right, let's get that off the screen. Think Blue, thank you for the donation, but get the hell out of here and don't ever come back. Thanks for the donation, but get the hell out of here and don't ever come back. No, I'm just joking. You can come back as long as you bring cash. MF already donated that, so but he does bring up the loss of Wotus.
Well, here's
what's your read
take
on the
that.
coaching staff? And Rye joins the conversation right now as well.
Yeah,
we're going negative, Rye. We're going negative on a Friday night. You can tell.
But my take on this is that last year, Buster and Wotus were the bridge that kept the energy of the old regime. And whenever you get something brand new, and guys tend to get excited, they buy in. And then after a while, it gets really old. I managed sales teams, and I knew that I would have to bring in new salespeople to keep the numbers alive because people, after a year or two, they kind of
start to coast.
They coast, or they just shut you out.
Let me jump in there for a second. I actually went to the Yogurt Shack tonight, and
nice.
You have a place like Yogurt Shack. You open it in Danville, then you got to expand to Lafayette, Concord. All of a sudden, that's not even doing it anymore. You got to keep mixing it up to keep those high schoolers working hard. You gotta bring in the Fenton's ice cream as an option. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised they're taking a chance in a community like Lafayette. Kind of fairly sketchy and a lot of crime. Fairly sketchy. I saw a car there the other day. Wait for it. It wasn't brand new. Yes. I saw what I would describe as kind of like a used car. I saw a used car in Lafayette.
Certified pre-owned.
I was going to call the cops and say, what's going on around here? What's happening here? But hopefully the undesirables get out of there because, there were used cars. There were cars that had dust on them. It was.
Oh, I'm
scary.
I'm in the roughest neck of Lafayette. Sorry, Dan. Then I'll let you.
The mean streets of Lafayette.
Well,
it's a miracle. It's a miracle that you made it out. Really, if you really think about what could have happened to you, what could have happened to you, and where you are. You made something for yourself. Most of the people at Acalani's, that's it. They go to Acalani's. They don't. There's no college. There's no advanced degree or master's. It's Acalani's into the workforce.
MF with another $4.99.
$4.99. Well, I wonder what happened to that extra penny. Does it take a penny off and say, what, screw you and your $5? Here's $4.99.
Enjoyed listening to Larry with Damon this week. You guys are excellent. Did Gary have a beef with Damon back in the day?
Okay, well, thank you, MF, for that. As far as did Gary have beef with Damon, I think it's well established that they didn't necessarily appreciate one another. But I don't think it wasn't anything,
Was it like complete Hormel?
It wasn't like there wasn't any, and nobody threw blows or, Gary was a pro, Damon's a pro. No, nobody's, it just, not every personality blends and not everybody blends, with every co-host. I think I'm proof of that. And I blend really well with Ryan, but when Danny comes on here, the show starts to suck ass. And then it's like, why does it suck an ass? And then I'm like, well, it's just that my relationship with Danny is, I feel my money feels secure, but I don't, I just don't feel like we're not that we're not equals. We just don't connect like Ryan and I connect. Dan does not complete me.
Hormel does not. I don't complete you with my Hormel.
Oh yeah, where's the completes that chicken ass treat that you have?
Bring it out. Let's bring it out.
Hey everybody, chicken ass.
Hey, you know what? While he's grabbing the chicken ass, can I get a little mic check on this this mic real quick? This is the cause of all of my technical issues.
We're gonna have to stop talking bad about Hormel because
they're gonna be a sponsor.
Yeah, they're gonna be a sponsor here. We got. Look at that. Ready in 60 seconds.
Danny, cook it up. We saw what.
I'm not cooking this one up,
We saw
man.
how terrible the beef ass looked. Let's look at chicken ass compared to beef ass.
I can't. I'm not going to keep throwing away my storage food. If we run out of food on
You're
the shelf.
securemoney.com. You've got 5 different residences. You got multiple animals. You're a jet setter who can go play golf in California and then meet with people in the desert. You're a badass MFer.
And you're gonna let them talk to me about that way?
Look at that. They're, you know what they're saying right now in dog talk? I wish Danny would just take a chance and make that complete chicken ass.
They want
show Ryan and show Larry. And maybe he'll throw it to us. And maybe it won't give us the runs this time, Faith. What do you think? Faith is like, well, I think we're getting the runs either way.
Yeah, Faith did have the run. She's actually got.
Nothing worse than dog with the runs.
Oh, man, that was awful, man. I had to give her.
Were you up all night?
No, I just noticed it when I came home in the crate, man. There was crap in the crate. And it's just man.
You keep the dog in the crate?
When I'm gone.
Oh, that's just like animal cruelty. You don't have a freaking friend in your complex, a neighbor friend? Realmoney.com has no realfriends.com?
We're talking for a couple of hours.
I thought you meant when you go out of town.
No, when I'm gone for a couple of hours, like I leave the house. I don't let her roam because if she has diarrhea like that, if
she did not have the runs, if she did not have the trots, as they say, would she have gotten free reign of Casa Coccimilgio?
Sometimes if it's just a few hours, I'll give them free reign. Yeah.
All right. Look at you.
Yeah. But,
go anywhere. Do anything. You guys own this place.
But, I want to just go real quick back to the. And I don't
want a great point about management styles and how you.
I want to get back on this thing with Wotus and Buster because I think Buster was so vital, and then having Wotus there was a bridge to the staff. And now that there's nobody there, that's kind of like a
elder statesman.
Yeah, or just some kind of glue.
Did you tell Kapler that was like the first time we've ever heard him smile? Or ever seen him smile, like the Mercedes bunt. That was the most emotion he's showed all year, I feel like.
Yeah, he doesn't show any emotion or back his players when, things go against him.
He's got sweet tats, though. He's got the one on the hand.
Gabe's cool. Polished.
The hand tat is cool.
Gabe's polished. He's cool. He's probably.
I'll trade a couple good tats for some horrendous managing. You know what I mean? I don't mind a manager that can't manage as long as he's tatted up, and he looks right. Do I have the right priorities?
Yeah, you got him now. But
okay.
I just think that I do think the vets will get tired of listening.
Mercedes,
to this.
BMW, Porsche. Ryan's a miracle story. The fact that he got out of Lafayette. It's amazing what he's become. When you think about what he was given, the odds that were against him. Yeah. There wasn't a BART station walking distance to his house. No, there was only two TJ Maxx within a half hour. How think about that for a second. Just think about that. Think about that. You need socks. You need underwear. It's a Saturday, and where's the TJ Maxx? There were only 2 nearby.
In Lafayette, Moraga, and Orinda combined, only 1 Whole Foods.
Only 1 Whole Foods.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Right. That's it. There should be one on every corner, so you guys don't have to go that far.
This man, Ryan Smith, he did not have a close by $27 salad. Think about that. And somehow he made it. Somehow he got out. So you're a credit to your people. Yeah. You're an amazing story, Ryan.
Hey, since the Giants lost tonight again, we'll probably see wins back in there tomorrow. Try and voodoo.
Got to get them in there.
You got to see. Let me put my needles in the voodoo doll and tell me what the lineup says tonight.
Romo 2001, by the way, doesn't donate $4.99. He's like, screw that little $4.99 crap. Here's $5. Here's the extra penny, kid. He kind of flipped us that extra penny.
Yeah.
Just Kapler's management of the pitching staff to include destroying the pen, new lineups every game, horrendous pinch hitting moves equals losing the team. And I know you meant losing the team, but yes, I mean, I don't know if he's losing the team. But to me, I mean, let's look at the indications. Woods spoke out. Rodon spoke out. Veteran pitchers, that's odd.
Jaylene Crawford spoke out.
Then
on
Crawford's
Twitter.
wife complained about no bunts. Then Belt just looked like he was outraged with Kapler, the way he's hitting this series. Like he's totally tuned out. I don't know. I have no idea if he's lost the room. It brings me no joy to say it if it is indeed the case, but I think there's some indications that everything's not hunky-dory in Giants land.
If he hasn't lost the room, he's lost it tonight when you pinch hit your captain in the 8th inning with 2 out. It wasn't like what the problem with Kapler is. He tries to get this perfect situation when he's got a good situation or decent situation, and then he takes that going for this, it's like, playing 21 when you're hitting on 17 and the dealer's got a crappy hand out there, and I'm going to get 21. I'm just going to go for it. He doesn't do anything that makes a lot of sense, because if I'm not
time out. Mark Graves says no backyard, Danny. No backyard.
No backyard. Oh,
realmoney.com on the web, not securemoney.com. No secure backyard.
This particular community doesn't have fences, so
gotcha.
I got it when I'm home.
Anytime you say community,
it's a beautiful community, and it's La Boca Vista, right?
No.
Have you seen Morty Seinfeld at all?
I haven't seen it. Oh yeah.
You never saw La Boca Vista?
I didn't see that.
You got to go to YouTube after the show.
Okay.
Type in Seinfeld La Boca Vista.
I'll have to check that
love
one
it.
out. Hey, new member.
People thought Jerry's dad was embezzling because he wasn't showing up at the early bird special. He was paying full price at 7:00. So they were walking out of the restaurant as he was walking in, and the guy's got his toothpick. Oh, you're too good for the early bird, huh?
Yeah.
And he's like, my son's here, and we're going out to dinner with my son.
We got a new member.
Oh yeah. What do we got? We got a new member.
Rodney Durham. Rodney Durham.
Rodney Dunham.
I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
Thank you so much, Rodney, for being a member, and also this Heister FG. I think I said that right.
Donates $4.99.
Yeah, preaching right to the Danny choir. Slater hits .290 against righties, so why don't we have Jock pinch hit for Ruff or someone else instead of having to use Wade for Ruff? Slater should be every day. I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Dodgers tonight. I don't even know if they did any pinch hitting, guys. They brought up lefty after lefty against Long. And what does Long do against Lux? He sets him up and he blows the fastball by him twice. Then what's he do with Bellinger? He gets a fastball by him, then throws in a curve when Bellinger's calling timeout. So he's 0-2, and then he hangs a freaking
easy.
I mean, why not put the fastball by him? Go outside.
I said La Boca Vista. It's Del Boca Vista.
Boca Vista.
I stand corrected.
I'll check it out. But
wait a second. Eric the Midget says Del Boca Vista, Larry. Thank you.
Eric, is that Eric with an A? Yeah. Okay. Arik. Is that Eric or Arik?
That's how my grandma says. That's how she calls my dad.
How about this one? Romo 2001. Larry, look at the box score. Dodgers had their lineup in the whole game. Giants had moves all over the damn place, which accomplished absolutely nothing.
But
the Giants are like the MLB equivalent of Little League. Like, hey, did you get a chance to play tonight, Austin? Yeah, Mom, I sure did. And you know what? Your mean got to play too. And manager Gabe says he's going to play us every day. Like, we might not start, but he's going to like put us in like the 4th or 5th. I love that. Manager Gabe plays everybody.
Oh man, I would quit that team.
That would be an awesome commercial. How awesome would that commercial be?
If I was on a team like that, I would just be saying, forget it. Get me out of here. I'm not getting pinch hit for in the key situation. Okay.
Send me to the A's. I like their stadium more.
Jeez. I mean, you just, that's what utility guys get pinch hit for.
Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Gangland, Ryan's Escape from only one Whole Foods. It's truly an amazing thing.
Breaking news.
Man.
This just in. Juan Soto has rejected a trade to the Giants because he doesn't want to be platooned.
I knew it was coming. I have to mute Danny.
Yeah.
It was 30 minutes. If you had 30 or under, you lost. But if you had between 30 and 60 minutes, that Danny would first propose the first trade for Juan Soto and just bring up Juan Soto as a possible trade target of the Giants, you're the winner. So whoever had between 30 and 60 minutes, huge winner. It's unbelievable. I went in the first 10, but man, and then when it came and went, I was so pissed. But it took 30 minutes, but it was here. All right, Danny, I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to say it one time really loud. Well, not really loud. That would be annoying. But Buster Olney was on today, and I asked him about how viable Juan Soto trade to the Giants was. He termed it at 5%. 5%. And on that note, I unmute Dan Coccimilgio.
I did hear that.
Does anybody in your world call you Daniel?
No.
No? Would you like to be called Daniel on this show?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go with Dan. Don't call me Daniel.
There we go.
All right. So what do you think? 5% chance. Before I start reading Romario Mascoro's comment, give me your thought on Buster saying 5% chance, Danny. He basically says no chance.
Well, it depends to me on if it's Farhan is calling the shots or if Larry Bear is putting pressure and saying, you go get him. We'll back you up. Don't worry about us. If it doesn't work out, your contract's coming to an end next year. We're going to extend you. We're going to back you up. We need this guy. If that's the case, I believe the percentages are much higher. But if it's just Farhan and Farhan has all the shots and he's making the full decision, it's based on whatever he's deciding, it's probably 1%.
Right. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, like 10% chance of Soto coming to the Giants, I think was the implied odds of the bets I kept trying to make. So I don't know. I think probably we're a little better than 5% just because I feel like the Yankees are going to have a tough time. They have to re-sign Judge. And I don't know. We have the pieces and it's not like we have like a large. It would just be a matter of if Soto is willing to come to the club, right?
Buster Olney was like, I can't picture Farhan paying what it takes to pay in prospects, and then
2 years
having willing to either rental for a couple of years or extend him. Right. He can't see Farhan setting the market at $500 million. It was interesting though, and it kind of, in a way, I kind of liked it because it's like, you know what, we got to stop talking about this. So I was glad that somebody reputable put Dan to rest.
And I want to know what is this comment? Where is he?
Wait a second. Before you start reading comments, let me get the chat here. Romario Mascoro donates $4.99. Romario, Dan, if he had his way, would move your comment off the screen. Just remember that. Are the Giants not as open to letting players show emotions as they claim because nobody is showing any fire, even though they blow games every day? I don't think they legislate emotions. I don't. I really don't. I think that's they're not like that. That's not the way it goes. Mark Hope donates $10 for.
I think it's just hope.
Just hope. Just hope. Maybe it's Mark saying, "Hey guys, here's $10. There's still hope."
And you know what? He even
And
threw.
this was kind of what you probably thought many a night in Lafayette as you were laying your head down on the pillow. Hey, look, you know what? There's hope. There's hope. Right?
Really make Obama shirts with my face on it, right?
Let's see. What else do we got in the chat? We got this one, Carlo P. Mark giving us hope.
He actually did kind of just give me a little hope there.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's good. It's good. Go ahead, Danny. You wanted to jump in with another comment. Who are you trading
Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. Put his comment 1108. I got a new name for you, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. I think your Ford Festiva little smart car, Saturn. That's who you are. You're not Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. You are.
You're calling a man. You're taking a guy who's calling himself Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, and you're calling him Saturn.
Ford Festiva.
I mean, I know Saturn just flat out makes sense. Isn't that their slogan? Get the Saturn. It makes sense.
Do they even make Saturns anymore? Anyway,
do they even make sense?
I want to know what he thinks my crazy trade ideas are.
What is the last car? Let's throw this out. What is the last car you'd want to drive?
Oh,
for me, it's one of those smart car things.
Yeah, exactly. One of those little peons.
My God, I think I'd rather have a moped.
But at least you could
with fenders.
Right, you wouldn't even fit in it. You're 6'5".
Yeah. There's an argument to be
longer than the whole wheelbase.
Okay. This is what I would go with. I would rather be in like one of those smart car fun like things, and at least I could play off the economical thing.
It looks almost like a greenhouse. Like the windshield's so big, it looks like you're kind of warming up in there.
You can't do that. They don't allow those in Lafayette, do they?
Growing.
Are those even allowed in Lafayette?
Carlo P. Kapler lost the clubhouse like Larry lost Todd K.
Todd, it might be the comment.
Come on, Todd. Come on,
hey, you know what you got to do? We got to make a clip of Todd K talking about Todd K and put it.
Does anybody know Todd K? Is there anybody in the chat who knows Todd K?
I'm going to open the Discord. Maybe he is it. Maybe I can.
Come on, Todd. Come on back. I didn't see that donation. You know I'm not like that. I thank everybody for everything.
We're not slackers. We're trying.
Exactly. We're trying. Which we get to play every day. Manager Gabe says we can play every day.
Come on, Todd. We're doing baby stepping.
Virginia says the Padres have a good chance at Soto.
Hey,
yeah,
if the
Padres team, let's say it for what it is. The Giants are thoroughly outclassed when it comes to entertainment value by almost every single team in their division.
I will say
in baseball even.
If the Giants don't get Soto, I hope the Padres get him or the Dodgers.
You know what, Dan? You know what?
Back to show get the fans more ticked off. And
the Dodgers have the best chance.
You know what? I'm sick of the Dodgers and the Padres thinking they can have all the freaking superstars in baseball. Why don't you just let another NL West team like the Diamondbacks get Soto? That would be great. I would love if Soto went to the Diamondbacks or the Rockies.
You know what? I'd like to see the Padres. If the Giants don't win it, I'd like to see the Padres finally.
Soto's not going to go somewhere where it's 116. Did I read that correct? Was it 116 there yesterday?
Probably. It's
116, like Dan?
Yeah, it's been as high as 120 when I've been here at times.
116. My God.
Ridiculous.
I mean, what are you doing? I mean, outside of putting the baby oil and laying around the pool, what are you doing in 116?
Oh, I'm pretty much staying inside, or I'm driving.
Imagine Danny all oiled up. Hey, I'm the pool monitor at Del Boca Vista. After lunch, ladies, after lunch, it would be nice if you waited 30 minutes before getting in the pool. It's better for your digestion. Thank you, pool monitor Dan.
Oh gosh. I take it.
Marco says Larry Legend in full effect tonight. Love you, Larry. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. You know what? A 5-1 game, that's such a snooze after we crapped on the Giants yesterday, and we can't listen to Danny throw out one more Soto trade. I mean, we gotta lighten it up. We gotta lighten up the mood. We gotta at least say we gotta call out Kapler and just lighten up the mood.
Virginia Gansky is asking a serious question.
Where is it? On the
bottom? Toward the bottom. 11:14. When did the Padres get another superstar. It has been years. They have Manny Machado.
What? Fernando Tatis
and Fernando Tatis.
They traded. I mean, they had $100 million deal for Hosmer.
Well, he's not a superstar.
Or at least
No, but he was.
No, he was never
Not
a superstar.
But I mean, they paid him like one.
Yeah, they overpaid.
Yeah, but they also got Frazier in that trade last year.
He's not a star.
No, but wasn't he winning? He was on the verge of winning the batting title.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you had one of the best averages in the big leagues when they traded for him.
Like Todd, both of those guys had.
Look it up. Giant fan.
Both of those guys had higher peaks than Brandon Belt has ever had.
But they've got two superstars, Tatis and Machado. So
they also got Clevenger, and then they got other guys. They've thrown some money around.
Cronenworth's a good player.
Cronenworth, yes.
Wait a second, Eric the Midget. Time for Pasquale to put and make us smile. All right, let's go. Let's go, Pasquale. Seriously, we need a Pasquale tonight. Pasquale, Dodgers beat the Giants 5-1. Help us.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner.
All right. Well, let's let that play one more tick, and you'll get to hear maybe one of the greatest lines of all time.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner.
No matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner.
That's right.
You don't hear enough references to hell in commercials in America anymore. Can I just say that? Can I be the first to say that there's not enough references to hell in American product commercialization? Like, give me that. Show that chicken ass again. You got that? Hell, that's all we got left in the cupboard. All right, check out completes. Think about that. See how I started the commercial with hell?
Yeah,
hell, that's all we got in the cupboard.
Do you think they would pay us to continue just shitting on them at this point like that? I mean, what other brand recognition do they have?
Seriously, completes it's a grassroots campaign started on YouTube.
Yeah,
Hormel since 1891.
Challenge
that was put in that box in 1891.
I think it was.
They boxed that in 1891. Even the packaging looks a little old.
It's still alive.
Oh, you can hear it? Here, put it up to the mic. I want to be able to hear it. Yeah, that sounds like a good dinner. That sounds.
I think I would.
You know how Mom used to have the triangle, and she'd be like, "Come and get it, come and get it."
That's like an Alpo commercial or something.
Danny just shakes it in front of the microphone. All right, family, get your time for the chicken ass. Get in here, everybody. Get your completes.
I think the come and get it. Wasn't that the dog line for
Alpo?
Come
and get it.
Come and get it.
I actually would think I would rather, if you were like Ryan, you have to eat this or else you're gonna die. I think that I would rather than even put it in the microwave and eat it as a meal. I would rather just throw it in a blender and drink it.
All right, here's the question of the night. At 11:18. I buried the lead. Question of the night. Give me the one TV show that you watch regularly that you would be embarrassed to tell people that you watch regularly.
Dang it.
Give me the TV
Giants.
show. I thought you were going to say like Sundays in the park or something. You know what I mean? Come on. Give me. So forget the Giants. The Giants don't count because the Giants are too fun to watch. The terrible show that you watch that you're like, damn, I really don't want people to know that I watch that, but I do watch it. Go ahead.
You talking like now?
You guys
I don't watch a lot. I don't watch.
You don't watch a lot of TV. You're unplugged. You're like the younger generation.
I'm just Let's see, what do I watch?
What do you watch? I bet you watch like before he died, Wall Street Week with Louis Rukeyser.
No.
Kudlow and Kramer.
Not in a long time. It's been a while. It's been a while.
The Business Report on CNN.
Larry Kudlow. Hey, Larry Kudlow here.
Carlo Pisa's 90-day fiance. Jay Silva says Maury. Is that Maury Povich? Coming up next, we're going to find out. We're going to have a paternity test, and we're going to find who the father really is. It could be Dan Coccimilgio, but it could be Ryan Smith. And when we come back, we're going to find out whose baby is it. Now that's a great tease. I mean, come on. That's like the General Lee in the Dukes of Hazzard going off the ramp and they went to a commercial. Be right back now. General Lee's in midair. Still the greatest tease in American television.
Oh my God, like Love Boat.
Gilbert says Larry's
Love Boat.
show is Locked On Warriors. Yes. I can't get enough of Kylan and Cy.
I think. Somebody said Naked and Afraid. I've seen
Naked
that
and
one.
Afraid. Okay.
That's not one to be ashamed of. I'm trying to think of
John
this.
David Del Castillo, the Kapler Show.
I mean,
Pud Fatty, the Jeffersons.
I haven't. I kind of like game shows. Like Family Feud when the old
Really?
reruns of that. Yeah.
How about this one? Thomas B. The Love Boat.
yeah,
You gotta see the intro to the Love Boat to see who's on it, because then
yeah.
I mean, if suddenly it's like Cheryl Teagues or Chris, Heather Locklear from like 1980, you're like,
Heather Locklear,
I may have to check out the Love Boat tonight.
Yeah. How about Fantasy Island? The plane.
I love Fantasy Island. That would be so. You could never have Hershey Villachez doing that now. It'd be like, oh my God, you're making fun of him and this and that. It would just the wrong thing. But yeah, that Fantasy
Isn't he
Island.
the first base coach?
Welcome, my friends.
Isn't he
to
the first base coach
Fantasy
of the Giants?
Island.
wasn't the Love Boat? Wasn't the captain just constantly like sexually harassing all of the patrons?
No, there was the Doc. It was Doc. It was Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said Bruce Jenner was on the Love Boat. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nick J. Saved by the Bell, the 90 through 93 years. That's pretty good. Mr. Belding and Zach and who's the girl who was in the movie about she got kind of abused and she was a dancer. Showgirls. Who was Elizabeth Berkley?
Oh,
Wasn't she at Saved by the Beller?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Thomas says Hervey was a big star at one point. And I know he was. He absolutely was.
Hey, my favorite show to watch though right now is
Wait, give your answer. Give your embarrassing answer.
What's your
I don't know
embarrassing
if it's
answer?
I just love to watch it. I love watching everybody.
Okay, I'm going to give mine. And
Everybody
now
loves Raymond's hilarious.
this is crazy. There's something about the way this woman talks. I like to cook, right? I like to make stuff, cook things. Now, I don't like to cook during the week. Like if I'm working, I don't want to cook on like a Monday night when like everybody's in a rush. But like if it's Saturday or Sunday and, I like to grill and I like to cook. There's a show on the Food Network called The Pioneer Woman. I mean, this woman is in Oklahoma and she's always making dinner for her husband, Lad, which is a great name. Lad? How many lads do you guys know any lads?
I know zero lads.
Sure, lad.
It's called The Pioneer Woman, and she's always making these delicious things for her rancher husband and their family.
Old-timey style over a coal fire and just
it's just she's sweet as punch, and she's got red hair, and she's always the boys are working so hard out there, and I just want to make sure they get the best cookie they can possibly get. Anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you, Pioneer Woman. It's worth watching. By the way, Nick J says Pioneer Woman is legit. Good hearty food. Yes, Nick J. Fist in the air for Pioneer Woman.
You know what? We're only going to. Larry said before we got on, we're only going to midnight. Because
we're only going to midnight tonight because, as you can see, we're running out of topics.
He wants to watch Eric Estrada and Chips.
Oh, are you kidding me? I love Chips.
I knew it.
I love Chips. Oh, I love Chips. The blonde in Chips who wore, she was smoking. You had Heather. Was it Heather Locklear? Yeah, Heather Locklear. No. She was in TJ Hooker. I'm confusing my Chips and my TJ Hooker.
Yeah.
But Chips was awesome after school as a kid. You'd come home and now here are these two motorcycle guys chasing people down like the 405.
Did you like one Adam 12? One Adam 12. One Adam 12?
I loved Adam 12. That was a great one. Love that one.
Adam 12. Who said?
I watched all of those. Horrible
Pioneer
show.
Eric the Midget. Pioneer Woman can cook some Italian sausage. Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Let's admit it, Larry. Did you like the Brady Bunch?
Oh, you kidding me? I can name every episode.
I mean, like pretty classic, like standard shows for you guys. When you guys only had like a couple channels. So
we
like
only had 3 channels and a rabbit ear.
Yeah, so like I'm
seriously, Brady Bunch was kick ass, man.
Yeah.
Most of the things I learned from the Brady Bunch.
And we only had 8
ratings than Brady in his last Super Bowl.
When it's time to change, you have to rearrange. Peter's voice cracked. Marsha got hit in the nose. I mean, with the football.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was
Bobby idolized Jesse James, and then he had this nightmare about how Jesse James was a mean, dirty killer. A mean, dirty killer, and he had a nightmare. And it was emotional. It was emotional.
Did you like Sanford and Son, Red Fox?
Oh, are you kidding me? Sanford and Son?
Oh, yeah.
I love Sanford and Son.
Coming to Georgia.
Love Sanford and Son. I loved who is Grady? Love Grady and Sanford and Son. You remember Grady?
Grady, yeah, the guy with the beard and he's just old guy, kind of slow and
Grady was sweet.
Hey,
Anonymous,
in fact, that was
the Brady house is down the mountain from my house. Really? Anonymous. Where is that? What community is the Brady house in? I may have to stop by this weekend. It's in Burbank.
That would be my guess, or North Hollywood.
So Anonymous is in Burbank. We're NorCal and SoCal.
Hey,
how about that?
Hey, speaking of
Studio City, he says.
That's Rax.
Speaking of
here we go.
Sanford and
Diners,
Son,
drive-ins,
you remember what the son's name was?
Lamont.
Late Night Lamont. Yeah.
I feel like you guys are naming stuff that's just not that embarrassing. Like I was gonna bring up.
Here we go. How about this one? Hey, we'll be back in two. Chuck Woolery on the Love Connection.
Oh yeah,
that was a good show. Now this was a
man.
local show, but there was a show after school in the Bay Area, and it was called TV Pow. Did you guys ever hear of TV Pow?
I don't
Basically, they blended video games and like people calling in. So you would call in, and every time you said pow, a bullet would fire and shoot these things going across the screen. And whoever got the most, and it was on 7-second delay. So then the people who were trying to figure it out, there was no way to figure it out. There was a person who was like, pow, pow,
wow.
pow.
Wait, you're starting to sound like Teletubbies now.
Yeah. No, but then there'd be somebody who'd come on and be like pow 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 pow, and
kind of like when I went
very similar.
Graves is with us tonight. We'll find out here shortly.
Someone said the Newlywed Game. I'll say that diners, drive-ins, and dives. You know what? Guess what the Food Network paid Guy Fieri?
Let me guess.
$80 million.
No way.
$80 million.
Oh my goodness! I'll take that job for $3 million and go around the country and eat everybody.
He doesn't go to securemoney.com on the web.
Dang,
80 million. 80 mil to say, damn, that was good. That was really good. Have you noticed he never says,
no?
God, that completes was ass, Danny.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Why'd you force me to eat that? You son of a bitch. Get the hell out of here. You never see that. It's always like, yeah. Whoo.
Hey, who said
I like the texture. I like the flavors. I like the blend. Yeah. Ooh, it's got a little kick. It's got a little, it's got a little kick to it.
I don't really feel like I don't know if he necessarily has the best taste.
Guy Fieri.
I went to a couple of his places.
Oh, here we go. 916 49ers. Golden Girls. Now
yeah,
there.
Betty White.
There's an embarrassing show. Golden Girls.
Hey, somebody said, and I think it was Nick Martinez. Or maybe it was Tony D. Yeah, Tony D. Speed Racer. Did you?
Speed Racer was great.
Go Speed Racer.
How about Hong Kong Phooey? Do you guys ever remember Hong Kong Phooey? It was a cartoon.
Oh, you know what?
Hong Kong Phooey was incredible. Hey, Gilbert says Baywatch is underrated. Gilbert, you perv.
Hey, do you remember?
Come on, Gilbert. You're better
Milton
than
the
that.
Monster?
Mark Cope says Larry Legend. Thank you.
Do you remember Milton the Monster, the cartoon?
Yeah, that was was it like a Hanna-Barbera thing, or was it a?
3 drops of Redson. When the stirring's done, may I lick the spoon? Of course, of course.
CK Chin says dating game, newlywed game, and divorce court. Remember Doug Llewellyn? People would be walking out. Excuse me, could I talk to you about your relationship that just ended?
Date myself here.
You were on divorce court?
The dating game. Willie Mays was on.
Really?
He got picked.
Where was the one place that you made whoopee? Can you remember the last place you made whoopee? That was basically that was their reference to sex.
Yeah. Whoopee. Yeah.
When was the last time you and your partner made whoopee?
That's good.
Just backstage.
Carlos says Larry's on fire tonight. Gonzo says Punky Brewster. Here's a good one. Beverly Hills 90210. I never really got into those, like that Melrose Place. Never got into it, but man, there were so many in college who would be like, "Hey, are you going over to blankety blanks?" And they're going to watch Melrose Place. And I remember me and my buddies would look at like one of my roommates who was always going to his girlfriend's place to watch Melrose. We're like, "Bro, ask her if she can put your balls in a sack so you can have them back on your, we roasted this guy forever." Absolutely forever. It was great. The great moment. Wow. The great space coaster. That was good. You guys remember Sigmund the Sea Monster?
Oh, yeah.
On Saturday mornings?
No, I don't actually. I know of it.
It was the 70s. I'll tell you, one of my favorite was the Fat Albert cartoon. There used to be a Fat Albert cartoon. I love Saturday mornings because it was cartoons, Fat Albert, then the Baseball Bunch with Tom Lasorda, the Dugout Wizard, and Ozzie Smith. And then it was Game of the Week, Sunday Game of the Week.
Larry, were you a latchkey kid?
No. No, actually, I shouldn't say. I guess I was, because I did come home after school and we'd watch TV for a while. Star Trek.
A lot of TV memory, man.
I do. Star Trek was big. Someone said Candid Camera. You know what's kind of a fun show now? It's a fun show now that sometimes I like? I like those four guys.
Oh, we lost you.
There we go. Those four guys from New York who are buddies.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, and they whisper in their ear and they go, "Hey, go do this, go do this."
Go tell that 90-year-old woman she's on fire. Oh, you are just a beautiful thing. I just love those guys. That show cracks me up.
They had a Sid and Marty Krofft con at the Arena Theater.
That's oh, really?
Yeah, it was a Krofft con. I actually was gonna go for the Adam Carolla show and do like a on the ground nerd walking thing.
I guarantee you, all those people were high as a kite.
Yeah,
seriously, you had to be high as a kite to watch that.
Yeah. He's
like Sigmund the Sea Monster and the Wonder Girl and all these.
Adam used to always rant against those because he'd be like those guys are hailed as these creative geniuses, but they really are just like, hey, there's an ape and he's purple. Let's call him Grape Ape. And they're not really that good of ideas at all.
And Practical Jokers was the show. I couldn't remember.
How
about Knight Rider? Were you guys Knight Rider fans?
I was too late. What about? Did you guys ever watch Jersey Shore? Jersey Shore is a great trashy one.
I've seen that. Jersey Shore. What's the situation? That guy.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, it's spawned a million other things. Also, my girlfriend watches a lot of this BS, and I'll be like, "Oh, that stupid show. Can we watch something else?" And then 5 minutes later, I'll be like, "Oh, that bitch."
Clarence Peaks, WKRP in Cincinnati with Lonnie Anderson, Jan Smithers.
Yeah.
WKRP was great.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Les Nessman is sitting down to do his sports update, and he goes, and in golf, Chai Rodriguez fired a 5-under par, and Johnny Fever reaches over. He's like, "Hey, Les, I think it's Chichi Rodriguez." He's like, Chai Rodriguez. It was awesome.
Wait, what about this one? Because I don't know a lot of these TV shows you guys can reminisce on. What about bad movies that are you don't actually want
the worst movie you've ever seen, kind of a thing?
Or no. What are the movies that are bad and you don't necessarily want people to know that you love, but you love? Something I'll
give you one. Yeah. What's that movie where all those couples go to that island?
Oh, Couples Retreat.
Couples Retreat.
Oh,
Couples
great.
Retreat just gets me. That makes me laugh so hard.
You're there too. You're feeling relaxed. You're on island time.
And just the counselors. The guy's like, this guy's trying to drive a rift in my marriage. And he's like, hey, and the therapist is like, do you mind if I write? What are you writing? He's like, does it bother you if I take notes? He's like, yeah, it does. He's like, oh, interesting.
We got to let 420 Savage know. The 49er content's going to be coming out of everybody's ears and eyes. This is just the calm before the storm. Fill in time after a Giants game. It's about to be insane with nonstop.
Yeah.
As of this week, we're going to be at camp. We're going to be bringing you audio, video, interviews, footage.
A little wireless lavalier situation.
Bring them back to the Giants here. What do you think the odds are right now, Ryan? You big
Clarence Beeks watches Designing Women.
You always have got the different bets that you want to throw out. What do you think of the chances of the Giants now getting swept in LA?
Silver spoons, Romo 2001. I'm sorry. I have got to stop clicking on these. All right. What 420 says good stuff. Mork and Mindy. What was your question, Danny, about the dull Giants?
I was saying, what are the odds now of them actually getting swept in LA?
My guess would be 56%.
Well, I don't know what the odds are. I'm just saying, what are you putting them at?
Well, it set up perfectly, I thought, tonight for the Giants because Logan Webb throws the slider the most, and the Dodgers pitch that they don't hit the best or don't hit the most is the slider, at least on paper. And so I thought they had a chance on paper to get this one, and I really thought they had a chance on paper to get yesterday, but they didn't get either. So, I
think it could be it's looking like a sweep because they've got to face Urias tomorrow, and Kershaw Sunday.
Well, so I don't know. What would you say? Maybe the Dodgers are going to win 75% of the time in both of those games. Like I mean, in each individual game.
Well, right now the odds are for Kershaw for Sunday it's 69% because I had it open on Saturday. It's Saturday. Tomorrow is 66%.
Oh, okay. So then the implied odds would be 46% of the time we get swept.
You know what this means tomorrow? They're facing two lefties in a row.
What's the matchup tomorrow?
Urias and Wood. Julio Urias.
Urias. Yeah, I love Urias. I think he's one of the best young pitchers in all of baseball.
I mean, they're probably this sounds like it's going to be one of these games is going to be Bart behind the plate and Austin wins the DHing again.
Oh yeah,
I could see it.
Look forward to it. Can't wait. Should be great.
Wait, I feel it was
Austin wins as your DH, and there's, I mean, here we go, Giants fans. How is things going in Giants land on July 27th? There's a 5% chance they trade for Juan Soto, and Austin wins as your DH. All right, thanks for everybody, and we'll check back tomorrow.
Hey, and they did just. That. I do
Austin
think
wins
days may be numbered because they just signed a catcher with major league experience who's a switch hitter.
Who, Knapp?
Knapp, yep.
I mean, my God.
He's nothing, but I mean, that's what they do.
Also, having wins.
That's what they do. They do nothing.
Having them wins.
He's nothing, but that's what they do.
He fits perfect. He's hitting 114 this year.
He's going to fit in perfect. He's absolutely going to fit in perfect. Yeah, he will.
And he's he's got a career average of 209. I mean, that's right where you want the guy.
You're just forgettable enough to be perfect here. You're going to be an absolute. You're going to fit in great. The guys are going to love you.
You're going to make us complete.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be sweet.
What if this whole time Farhan actually was not an analytical guy at all, and he was just into emotions and making sure that everyone felt okay? So they employ the little league baseball philosophy, and then also they're like, well, I don't know, I think we might be able to get Soto. He just texted me actually that he wants to be a Giant, and then Farhan's like, well, now here's the thing, we can't get anyone too good because then the rest of the guys are going to start feeling not as good. We got to make them feel like stars. These guys, these come out. We got to make them all feel like they might be the best player on the team or something crazy.
It's like the Billy Bean thing where he told Carlos Pena, Carlos is making the rest of the guys look bad. He's just making everybody look bad. That's why we got to trade him.
I can hear
what
it
do you
now.
want? I want a reliever and some cash.
I can hear the geeks from the press box tonight calling down
Gabe. We think we're through with Belt. Make him look like just embarrass the crap out of him. Pinch hit him. Get a rookie and put him in there for Belt right now because we want to see his reaction.
Yeah, that Belt story was too positive, and the fans, it resonated too much with the fans. Let's turn on that guy and get him the hell out of here as fast as possible, so we can be as anonymous as we possibly can be. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche says Alf. Rye, you familiar with Alf?
I like Alf.
Oh, yeah.
I like Alf. Also, I was going to say, I
I
feel like
never watched Alf my entire life.
Alf
Really?
is good.
Never watched Alf.
not
Just-
did you
Here we
see
go.
Elf
Third and goals is Charlie's Angels. Oh my God,
though?
Charlie's Angels.
At-
Cheryl
you see-
Ladd, Farrah Fawcett in the 70s. My goodness.
Jacqueline Smith was nice.
What? You're going Jacqueline Smith there? I thought at least you didn't go Kate Jackson, but if there's Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, yeah, Farrah Fawcett. I had her picture on my wall.
Yeah, you did.
From
Yeah, you
Sports
did.
Illustrated, cut out of the cover. And
How
I had
many
Cheryl
times?
Teagues.
Talk about a
Cheryl
world that
Teagues.
doesn't exist. How about all the people who used to buy her poster? Her in the red
bought it.
bathing suit.
Oh, yeah, I bought that poster.
Danny's like, I got it over here. I got it right here.
Graduated.
What if Danny had Farrah Fawcett posters all over his room? That would change my impression of realmoney.com on the web.
We zoom in and we see that there's something behind his lens. And in fact, it's just two small posters of Farrah Fawcett, just right where he's just looking at everything.
When I was a kid, teenager, Cheryl Teagues was my
Cheryl
go-to.
Teagues.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
she was it, man. She was my
Swimsuit issue.
Oh,
Hey,
gosh.
does it
I had
freak
her
you guys out
plastered
at all that,
all
like,
over
these-
my wall.
Does it freak you out when it's like you pass these people that were icons of your young manhood when you're like 12, 13, 14, and then all of a sudden they start getting old, plastic surgery looking weird, and you're on the come up, and all of a sudden you have now surpassed them, and you actually, if you bumped into them on a plane, could probably get with them.
But I'm hotter than you now. Would you?
Yes, you're 71.
You used to be
and you're,
smoking. You used to be smoking, Bo Derek. Now you're more of like a 7. You were a 10. Now you're a 7.
Bo Derek, yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, running on the beach.
Dudley Moore,
Yeah.
probably the most overrated actor in America in American history.
No, So the ones, Ellie McPherson was pretty good too, but after
I think it was just L.
No, but when I had I used to get Sports Illustrated, as a 13, 14-year-old, and I took the covers off, and I had my entire wall covered with each one of the, it was probably a couple of hundred.
This was like what, like 6-7 months ago, right?
And then years later, I replaced it with all the missing milk cartons with their faces on them.
Was your wife cool with that, or I mean, was she not cool with that?
I don't need that anymore. I mean, I need her. I don't need the garbage stuff.
Look at Danny. Here we go. Oh no, I can't even. That wasn't right.
Raquel Welch.
Yeah, but the way what he said just objectified women, and we don't do that.
No,
Someone
no,
said Daisy Duke, Catherine Bach from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes. I mean, okay, here, how about Beverly D'Angelo kind of freaks me out when I look at her now. She kind of looks like a witch. And like, I remember my dad showing me like the National Lampoons, and I was like, dang.
Yeah, she had it going. By the time she got with Michael Keaton in Pacific Heights, it was a little scarier.
Yep. And by the time she was in Entourage, she looked like a little scary. Like
I miss Entourage. I really loved watching Entourage. That was a great show.
It's actually a kind of a tough rewatch on some of it. It's like, ooh, this wouldn't get made today. But it was so good. All the athletes wanted to be on there.
So,
oh yeah.
Let me ask you this, Larry: were you a Mary Ann or a Ginger?
Marianne, not as much Ginger.
Yeah, I was all for Mary Ann.
Ginger seemed like high maintenance.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like there's a lot more gingers back in your guys' childhood. You know what I mean? I maybe had one redheaded kid at my school, I feel like.
Hey, Mary Ann was a cutie.
It's
for perhaps dye jobs becoming a little easier. You can maybe pass the strawberry blonde.
For
anonymous, Mrs. Howell. You sick freak.
Oh,
You sick
Thurston,
freak.
come on.
Sick freak.
He must. Anonymous is Thurston. I guarantee it.
He's thirsting for that dinner.
No, he's Thurston Howell.
I grew up with the Sunday dinner.
Jay Silva, the lady from Taxi. I think you're talking about Mary Lou Henner. You guys ever watch Taxi?
No, Taxi Driver.
Oh my God. No, the TV show Taxi. Danny? You ever watch
Oh,
Taxi?
yeah, Taxi.
Not like cops, but
Yeah.
for taxis.
My favorite line in that was when Louis De Palma, who was Danny DeVito,
Yeah, Danny DeVito. Yeah.
in one of those scenes, this old guy used to work there. He, was nice. He was really nice. He did Louis' job. And so, some guys like, oh, I'm kind of got a cold. And he's like, take cab number 4. It's got a nice heater in there. And then he's like, somebody else comes in. He's like, I'm not feeling too good. And he's like, here, have a little bit of my wife's peach cobbler. It'll make you feel better. And then Louis comes in and he's like, Louis, can you cover the booth for me? I'm going to be gone for a while. He's like, I ain't going in there. I'm a cabbie. I'm not going to sit in that box or whatever. And then he's like, Louis, could I possibly, before he says anything, Louis goes to this old guy. He goes, and don't offer me your wife's peach crap gives me the trots. I mean, it was just awesome. It was just awesome.
Imagine
That is
Kepler's,
amazing right now. Everyone is now just throwing out all of the people they grew up watching on TV that they had let's just say they had the hots for, and they're now people are confessing to the first pair that they saw. Kyle
McKiernan, Pamela Anderson was the first pair I saw, 4th grade. My buddy handed me a computer printout. Oh, that's a rough way to go.
Awesome.
So the guy ended up moving to Vegas to play a WSO poker and never made it. There you go.
That's a story.
Here we are, Giants post-game show talking about
Carol Brady.
Imagine Kapler's
Thomas,
post-game
you
show.
sick freak.
And they come
Carol
in
Brady.
and start talking to Kapler about the game. I don't want to talk about
I Dream of Jeannie.
What was the best movie you saw as a kid? What show are you? Kapler's like, hey, were you for Marianne or Ginger? It's like,
if we had Kapler on.
no, I'm just saying. Post game show, he just. Goes,
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to talk about my club right now.
No,
I just want to.
Turns out that's just the way to his heart. Also, it's like we get Farhan on here, and we're like, Farhan. I mean, 107 wins last year, and we're not quite to that same level this year, but. And he thinks we're gonna rag on him.
Hey, thanks for reminding me of my line.
Bang all these chicks in Hollywood now that you've crossed over.
Hey, Rye, thanks for reminding me of the 107 because I was watching the game and I was driving home to get ready for the show, and I was somewhere else tonight, and so the last inning I'm watching on my wife's holding the phone while I'm driving, so I can see what's kind of glance over and see the last inning. And in my mind, I was fuming, and I wanted to say, and I'm trying to remember what I was irritated about, but I was like, you give us 107 wins. Here it is. You give us 107 wins last year. The Dodgers lose Corey Seager. What do? They go out and sign Freddie Freeman. We lose Buster Posey. What do we get? We got, Peterson was a good move, but they didn't. We could have got Castellanos for a right-handed bat.
Should have.
Yeah, imagine if he was in the lineup every day right now.
Yeah.
This team would be ahead of the Padres.
It is frustrating that they did not, considering what Bryant, Solano, and Posey really meant to their lineup. It's pretty shocking, really, that they didn't replace those guys with any substantial, established right-handed bat.
I completely.
So they kind of deserve what they get this year.
Yeah,
They're dull,
they do.
they're dry.
They kind of do. It's kind of like, well, no, I won't go there. If you
Paul Perriman says Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss.
If you say that we didn't go get Castellanos because he's not a great defender, what the heck you got out there now?
Yeah, seriously.
It's like the worst.
You got Luis what's the guy's name? I can't even remember. Mendoza. What's the guy?
Luis Gonzalez.
No, not him. Not Luis. Carmen.
Electra. Carmen Electra.
Okay, BMW out there. He looks Mercedes. Yeah,
Mercedes BMW. Accurate.
Yeah, kind of. I think he looks more like not a Mercedes. He looks like a
gassy planet.
Yeah, whatever. He's out there in left field. He almost, if it wasn't
he's
for
a
the
tremendous
double play,
defender.
I mean,
he's Bonds. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and say goodbye.
Yeah, I got to get something to eat
on the Krueg Show. Danny's going to get that chicken ass complete.
Yeah, I'm going to get something.
And we'll be back with more on the Krueg Show. Larry Krueger here for Telmetrics. Thanks to Casey Bateman and the good people at Telmetrics. If you're an occupational therapist, if you're an orthopedic surgeon, a chiropractor, a physical therapist of any kind, Telmetrics is designed for you to use in your practice and will greatly benefit your patients. Telmetrics uses computer vision and artificial intelligence and provides a platform for outpatient rehab therapy services, both in the clinical and the telehealth environments. So using Telmetrics can improve your patient's experience and much more. So for all your sports injury needs, or if you're a physical rehabilitation specialist of any kind, make sure you use telmetrics.co, TELMETRIX.co. And thanks to Casey Bateman and all the good people at Telmetrics for being a proud sponsor of the Krueg. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Dan Coccimilgio. Dan is a buddy, and he is a phenomenal retirement planning specialist. And you can contact him today at securemoney.com or at his number, 925-628-9966. There's a lot of uncertainty in our world right now, and you want to make sure that your money is secure. That is the key. Danny's got 25 years of experience, born and raised right here in the Bay Area, and he can help you get an immediate 10% premium bonus on your principal retirement account. So give him a call, 925-628-9966. He'll make an appointment with you, and you can sit down. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of a deal. He'll consult with you and come up with a strategy to get you going to where you want to be. Once again, 925-628-9966, securemoney.com on the web. And thanks to Dan Coccimilgio and all the people at Secure Money for being proud sponsors of the Krueg Show. And thanks to Tony Cassera and the good people at Cassera's Italian Menswear. They are housing the Krueg Show t-shirts, and they're a proud sponsor of the show as well. The Krueg Show t-shirt, the Krueg Show podcast t-shirt is available there at their store in Dublin. Their address is 7372 San Ramon Road in Dublin, California. And go see Tony Cassera and get yourself a Krueg Show t-shirt and support the show. And special thanks to our sponsor, New York Style Italian Sausage. That's right, NewYorkStyleSausage.com is their website. Phenomenal product, whether it's the breakfast sausage, the Italian mild, the Italian spicy, the chorizo. You cannot go wrong with New York Style Italian Sausage. Once again, NewYorkStyleSausage.com. Often imitated, never equaled.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner on a Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday dinner without sausage, it's like a church without God. You know, how can you go to church if you don't believe in God? You know, and along with the sausage also became the discussions. That was discussion night. You know, it wasn't a typical family that you sit there and you're quiet, you know, and you don't talk with a mouthful. Oh no, man. Italians talk when they're eating. Italians even talk when they're sleeping. And definitely we talk with our hands. So if we can't express it through our mouth, through our lips, we express it with our hands. So, and that's what sausage is, really. It's an expression, you know, that life is good.
We're coming down the stretch on the Krueg Show. Larry Krueger, Dan Coccimilgio, eating God knows what, and Ryan Smith somehow on the mean streets, living his best life. What do you got there? Lucky Larry? What does that say?
Lenny and Larry's.
Lenny and Larry's complete cookie snack. Everything that Danny buys is like it has enough preservatives to last through like 19 years. Have you noticed that?
This is from Costco, though. This is good stuff.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, what would you say that the enemy of a sausage is?
Enemy of a sausage?
Yeah, like if you know, it's all about, yeah, but you'd say they're rival. Like
bacon is sausage's more popular friend.
Are you? I feel like maybe they have an argument. Like, what would be the most mad that Pasquale would be? Like, what food would make him the most mad if he saw you eating it? Would it be like a hamburger? Because he's such a sausage guy.
I think if you're going bacon and eggs.
Oh,
if you're going bacon and eggs at breakfast instead of sausage and eggs. I think there's going to be some talking. There's going to be a dialogue.
I guess I just feel like maybe bacon has, although great, it's only the star of breakfast. After that, it's but an accessory. The hot dog.
I'll tell you bacon's good on everything, right? So I'll tell you where I went to a wedding, and I'm not a big seafood guy, but they had bacon wrapped scallops. And they came out, they were smoking, and they were sitting in this like kind of sauce. And I'm sitting there and I have one, and I was like, oh, that was good. That was good.
Like
and so I kind of hovered off to the side of the table, and I probably took down, at least 6 or 7.
Oh man. How many of you bought coming out of the stadium those
never? Oh, I'm not eating that crap. Are you kidding me?
The street stuff.
Wind up with some bug in my no way.
Vegan.
I can't go street stuff and really feel good about myself. I got too sensitive of a stomach. You can actually go on the carts with all those onions and peppers and it's sizzling right there. It's like a cookie sheet over a flame, and you can sit there and wolf that down.
They call it
I've only had one, but then I looked at it the other day when I was there. I looked at the hot dog before it was cooked, Yeah. I could see they were using crappy quality hot dogs. It's like,
there you go.
Well,
I says, no, I'm not. They're masking it with the bacon.
I've heard too many horror stories about like there being like cockroaches and stuff in there, and they're wheeling it around in a. Yeah, it's no good. Too much mayo.
No, I wish we had it down here in Arizona. I wish they had.
You probably cook stuff on the sidewalk there.
You probably can't. You could.
Yeah. You'd be like the pioneer woman, just cooking.
Would you like some sidewalk eggs?
They have some nice organic Polish sausage I bought, or Polish. Polish hot dogs. They're pretty good.
What's your favorite exotic sausage? You want Brat? You want a Polish? You want a hot link?
That was good. I'm either gonna go
Italian mild, Italian spicy,
or Italian mild. Those three. I
like the Italian spicy from New York style. I got to admit, that's awesome. I could eat seriously 2 or 3 of those things.
Fire me up some on the grill when I come up the end of August.
I actually been eating a lot of dogs lately. My dad. This is the problem. Is now that I'm living with my dad, it's like we're both guys, and there's no one to keep us in check from just like eating hot dogs for like 2 nights in a row, and just like
what's weird about hot dogs? It's like if I go to a Giants game, I want a hot dog. But if somebody said, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" or if we ever had a night where we're like, "Hey, let's barbecue hot dogs and hamburgers," I'll always have the hamburger. I'll generally choose the hamburger at the barbecue. But if I'm at the stadium, I want the hot dog.
You're going for the completes. You know it.
Can I get some chicken ass that's been boxed maybe like somewhere right around the inauguration of Obama? I mean, I need something that's been in a box for, at least a generation.
Yeah, it has to be pre-Obama or else.
Somebody put linguiça.
Do you have any Bill Clinton chicken ass for me?
Yeah, from 1996. Yeah. Hey, somebody put linguiça. I'll tell you what.
Linguiça is good on pizza.
I love linguiça, and I'll tell you, my wife
Fable JVC Portuguese linguiça.
I got some of the best stuff. Have you ever had lumpia?
You know a guy who knows a guy who can hook us up with some linguiça?
Linguiça,
a guy?
I can get some.
Do you have a guy? Do you have a connection?
Yeah, yeah.
You know a guy? Okay.
At
making
what
sure.
point what point does salami factor into the sausage?
Salami is. I love salami.
Italian dry salami
Oh, man, put
on,
that
like
on a
some
pizza.
on some French bread. Or how about this? How about Italian dry salami on some focaccia, like
Yeah.
tomato focaccia?
Or oven. Get an oven sandwich.
That was a dumb thing that I said. I was like,
salami.
me and my dad, we're both guys. Yeah,
Hey, thanks for letting us know, especially in this enlightenment day of enlightenment. that we live
that's
in,
true.
Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, chicken ass street food. Danny, that's Danny
There we
right there.
go.
But what
No,
kind
I'll
of?
tell you-
As you're getting a dog, what do you get on it? Like, because it's only recently that I've developed a palate to want like the full Chicago style. Maybe even throw a little avocado on.
Do you go red onions chopped up raw, or do you like
I could go all
yellow
three.
onions grilled?
I could do any
like
of
a
the
sweet onion?
onions,
Do you like a sweet
I'll
onion, or do you like a kind of a onion that has a bite?
Depends on the day. I had red onions in one of my dogs. I had sweet onions on the grill in another. Little avocado, little.
Paul Perriman says Mark Willard from 95.7 The Game was clowning on Dodger dogs.
Oh, they're
Dodger
shit.
dogs are awful.
They have
It's
no
like
snap.
they're
No
like it's like they're really it's like light colored bologna in a dog. It's just awful.
Yeah.
It tastes like bologna.
They're not bad
made
if
into
you're
a
20,
dog form.
If you're 21, 22, when I used to go there, but today,
They're too bad because they hang out of the bun. Like they give you extra of it. That's how you know it's really bad.
Yeah.
Carlo P says, I'm sad the stream is ending soon. It's not just ending soon, it's ending right now. Hey, thanks to everybody who's been in the chat. Thanks to Danny. Thanks to Rye. Thanks to Gabe Kapler for doing absolutely nothing tonight. And thanks to the Giants for just being boring as hell once again. Guys, final thought before we play people chanting my name in the bleachers.
Yeah, a couple things here. Let me get back to my hot dog.
Yeah, about
my
7.
hot dog, I'm putting
Does that Hormel do linguiça, Mercedes
I'm putting
BMW?
Goulden's spicy brown mustard. Goulden's
I
spicy
love
brown
Golden's.
mustard.
Yep.
And relish, ketchup, and
Ooh.
onion.
Ooh.
And let me tell you this with the Giants.
You're not afraid.
The Giants here will do probably just enough to tease us and win the next 2 in LA and think and we'll all be like,
No, they're thoroughly out. No.
They do that. They do this stuff.
No, I know, but
I'd
they're
rather-
thoroughly outclassed here. They're thoroughly outclassed.
They
I mean,
are.
if LA played them 10 times, LA would probably beat them 8 right now. LA's so much better right now, and this is just to me. This was the Giants coming out of the break, announcing to everybody, "We're dead as a doornail. We're absolutely dead as a doornail. Nothing to see here. Move on to Garoppolo to Trey Lance. Nothing to see here. Thanks for coming. We're not going to trade for Soto. We're not going to trade for anybody. We're just going to keep running our guys out there, and
I
see
am
you in
ready right
2023.
now. I am ready right now, especially if they lose the next 2. And it's almost kind of like, in a way, I want to see them either keep winning like they were or just tank, because if they tank, I want to see them get rid of Rodon.
You're a man of extremes, Dan.
And well, I'm all about
trading people.
Just one way or the other. One way or the other. Either win or tank. I don't like 500.
Or get off the pot.
Yeah, I don't like 500 crap. I want to either rebuild this thing.
You want to
real
live. You want to. Danny wants to live. He wants to feel.
You just said that he would.
My trade.
He won't take the road crap, but yet his right hand, I believe,
You're trading somebody, Danny.
Yes, I'm trading.
It's after midnight.
Rodon to Seattle, and the.
Honestly, that could be a show in itself. Dan after midnight. Just like, do you want to hear a trade proposal?
Dan Marte.
I agree. I think it's a hell of a trade.
And I want him.
I like the way you summed it up.
And then you keep him, and then
something here. I know. Well,
I agree with Dan. I think Dan's last point was the best point. Yeah, I agree with that trade. That's the best trade I've heard all night. All right, back, Danny.
I'm back.
Let's hear your chicken ass trade one more time.
Yeah. Okay, my trade is trade Rodon to the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners are going for it. Rodon will be the final piece to help them over the top. Get their shortstop, Noel Vivi Marte, And if you're not going to get Soto and you keep Luciano, now you've got 2 studs, and now you're really got some hope for a couple years from now.
That's
it.
That's we all go to bed tonight dreaming of 2 studs. All right, everybody. That does it. Danny, any more trades or even DFAs? Any other little minor transactions that you have cooked up in your head before we get into our weekend? I would feel remiss if I didn't ask you, do you have another trade or two that you just want to throw out?
Sure. I'll tell you one that might happen.
Okay.
Michael Gilvera.
There's some talk that Shohei Ohtani could possibly get traded because they're going to lose him after next year.
You're saying we're going to go from Say to Shohei?
Soto.
No, I'm not saying the Giants
Shohei.
I'm not saying the Giants are in any of this. I'm just saying that Shohei could get traded because the Angels suck.
You think
And-
Shohei could come to the Giants?
Hey,
I'm just baiting him.
Wait, Dan.
Yes.
Danny, you think the Giants ought to trade for Shohei?
Okay, I've muted Dan, but only for clarification that Dan, is this serious or is this a grandmaster plan to then lead into how once we have Shohei, that's when we can start calling about bringing his buddy over from the from the Angels?
I kind of think
One Mr. Trout.
wait a second. I agree with Carlo P. Bring up Hayden Cantrell, and I'll be happy. There's a guy who doesn't ask for a lot. You know what I mean?
No, I would say this, that
That's a guy who's
I'm
probably
not
happily
saying,
married because he has low expectations. Just bring up Hayden Cantrell.
I don't. Yeah,
Mark Hope has 2 studs.
I let Mark Hope donated the
studs.
$10, didn't say a word, and then now just 2 studs, and then
I think Farhan would be.
Let's
I
go.
think
all out.
Farhan would be genius if he flipped Rodon for a number 1 prospect, or top 20 in all of baseball. That's got a lot of, stardom written all over him. So I think that would be a really good move, and I'm kind of getting ready. I'd like to see it because we're going to lose Rodon. The worst thing the Giants can do is do nothing, hold on to Rodon, not get Soto, add some little piece of scrap meat from some other organization, and then
Look. Do I have to grab the wheel and steer this thing back onto the road? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
just saying Shohei might get traded. That's all I said. I'm not saying the Giants are involved.
This is my game plan if I'm the Giants. I bring up Hayden Cantrell and I raise ticket prices through the goddamn roof. Seriously. I bring up Cantrell and I double things. And
what about Von Brown? You bringing him up too?
He might have too much of a future. I'm bringing up Cantrell and then I'm raising the price of everything in the ballpark.
You mustn't disrupt the chemistry.
I want that crab sandwich to be like $70.
$10.
Hey, we can put the crab sandwich on layaway.
Hey,
$10
keep
now,
donating.
$10
Larry
later.
will stay on. You keep donating. I tell you, you will stay on till 12:30 if we can raise another $100. We have any more?
Once
any more
again,
donations? If we can,
I almost think wait, here we go. Wouldn't be a chat unless you had Shohei the money. All right, that's good.
come on. Let's get,
two
wait,
studs.
I'm gonna push for a big. I want a $50 donation from somebody, and 2 25s.
No, this is the new show, Dan After Dark, and all it is you nonstop doing random trade proposals
for donations. He's not even subtle. He's like demanding cash.
I want cash right now.
Do not give me $112. I am going to give you 7 more consecutive trades.
What's your secret as a financial advisor? Well, actually, I get on the YouTube and I intimidate and threaten people to donate their money. And when they do, I take it. Carlo P, bring up Hayden Cantrell and I'll be happy. So that's what I love. I love somebody who's willing to be happy just for Hayden Cantrell. Do you need Soto?
Come on, you
No.
guys. Where's the
You need
donation?
Judge?
I need 25. Come on. I'll even throw in a completes for you.
Kyle McKiernan says, Larry, you fuck. It's already $20. Ha ha ha. What? Somebody called me a fuck? Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, it's ruined my chat. It's ruined my chat for the night. Kyle, can you tell me at least you didn't mean it because my feelings were hurt.
Hey, Romo not Romo, but Mark Graves. He must have left us a long time ago. because I said Dubon, and he didn't throw me out. He didn't mute me.
And I think we've worn out our welcome with both Mark Graves and
Mark Hope. I'm broke, Larry. Keep hitting threes. Thank you.
Well, Larry, hey, how much did Mark donate tonight? Like $15, right?
$20 at least.
Yeah.
20?
25 maybe, 26.
MF got in early with some donations.
MF got early. Thanks for the donations, guys.
Seriously, the donations are really cool. It's always cool to see people donating, and I'm just glad that people enjoy what we're doing, and we're enjoying it. As you can tell, we enjoy it. We wouldn't be sitting here at 12:09 listening to Danny make proposed trades that are never going to happen unless we really enjoyed it. And Rye's just happy to be out off the mean streets. I'm just glad that he's inside where the bullets are not flying. Yeah, safe.
How's this for grit?
Look at that, Rodney Dunham. $25.
Oh, there we go. Raising
Rodney Dunham.
He doesn't want us to leave. We got 75 more, and we'll stay on at least till 12:30.
Rodney Dunham, 25 bones. Thank you, Rodney.
Hey, Rodney, is that a picture of you, or is that your child or relative?
It's probably him. Carla P says donations for more trades. Every time somebody makes a donation, Danny's got to give us some bullshit trade.
I'll tell you what, if any of my trades come true.
What? You'll stop proposing them?
I want everyone in the chat to donate $1 to me.
Yeah, great. Some guy with multiple homes, multiple dogs. And why? So you can buy more chicken ass?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
This is the stuff.
Oh, look at that. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. 20 bones. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche.
Where are we needing? We're now at 40. Let's see. We need 20.
We're
45. We need 55 more. 55 more, man.
3rd and goal says, I want to hear Larry say fuck again. Thank you. 3rd and goal. There you go.
That's stuff you can't get on the radio. That's that unfiltered Krueger.
I'm telling you, when you do YouTube and then you go back on the radio,
you gotta be careful.
It does make you think like, wait a second, I got to tone this shit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're really calm on with Damon there. I mean, you're like standing up and you're just kind of like.
Damn, look at that. There's no jabs being thrown from the chat, and I love it.
Who said that?
Dan is as good at money as he is at annoying his section at a baseball game. He's freaking elite. JK, LOL.
Clarence says Storage Wars. Do I hear 30? Do I hear 30?
What's the highest donation of the night? 25? We haven't had a 30.
We haven't had a $30 donation.
You see, this is getting dangerous because I have an 8:30 flight tomorrow morning, and I'm like, but there's no way I can leave. I mean, all of these donations is tacking on time. It's just time we must spend.
Mark Hope, Larry Legend in full fucking effect. Thank you.
Thank you.
God, Kyle McKiernan, haha, yeah, Gary and Larry were the crown jewels of the Bay. What's the 95.7 schedule? Seriously, I want to listen every day. Okay, you can start with Bonte and Shasky. They go 6 to 9. Then you got Willard and Dibbs 9 to noon. Then you got Guru and Steinmetz noon to 3. Then you got Damon and Rado 3 to 6. And then they have a nighttime show and they rotate some different guys through, but it goes 6 to 9, I believe, or 6 to 10. So, and I'm just filling in right now, and I'll be doing some 49er stuff. And so we'll see, but I'm loving being there. And all you guys who are regulars on this show, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys would all follow me over to 95.7 The Game and check me out over there. And whenever I'm on, check it out and support me. I'd love it. We've made a lot of friends doing it this way, doing the YouTube show. I love the little community that we've built, and we've had a lot of fun. And what can I say? Clarence Beek says, Larry, whose ass could you kick at 95.7? Yeah. Clarence, do not get me in trouble. Do not get me in trouble.
Oh man,
that's Clarence Beeks. That is, that's Clarence being Clarence.
Okay, I just thought of a hilarious idea. Come next March Madness, you know how people always do stupid brackets? Like,
Right.
whatever. Oh, of fast food. And then they do it 64 bracket style. What if we did a bracket style of all the Bay Area media we can think of and it's simply a bracket of who we think would beat that other person up. And then just see who truly is the toughest of the tough. Who's the final 4 toughest Bay Area media members?
I'll go with Tim Ryan. I'm going to go with Tim Ryan.
Tim Ryan almost is not allowed.
Well, sometimes Tim Ryan will see me in the press box and he'll like bang me on the shoulder, and I'm like, dude. I mean, I'm like literally almost dislocating the shoulder. When I see him coming, like when I would do the halftime, and he would come up from behind me and like grab me around the traps up here, and I'd be like, oh, Tim. I mean, Tim, Tim's a big boy, man. He is a big boy. He's strong.
They do that brackets and they put guys up against each other for real to see who would be in a game, like the stars, and they put each player against
American Gladiators.
Dancing with the Stars.
You've seen these things. ESPN does it. They'll put a guy, like
Sports Center
graphic.
Sure.
Sports Nation.
What is it? I can't remember what it is, but they'll say
it'll
be like
voted.
Who wins
Yeah.
this matchup?
that's what I'm saying.
KD
Like, we would
versus
do, like, a
Kobe
clear
or whatever
ball,
it is. That would be kind of interesting to see.
Colbert goes down in the 10th.
Mark? Let's see. Where's Mark? Mark
Papa
says,
would-
"I'm beyond
Papa
thrilled.
would be
Larry's at
out.
95.7 the game. I am too. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm
Papa
definitely
would
having a
be
lot of
out
fun.
in
DJ
one
Venus,
shot,
Larry,
huh?
appreciate that. We
It would be
really
really
would appreciate you if you listen over there. Paul Pearman said, listen to all your 95.7 the game shows these last 2 weeks. Thanks for making it easy to stream on YouTube. Yeah, we're Len's streaming it on YouTube as well, and
cool.
and that is cool. So absolutely, and they, I love the aggressive nature of the people over there. They're go getters, and that I like, because I'm a go getter, and I'm glad that we're on YouTube, and it's a lot of fun. So, a guy called Ed says you guys can do a bracket of summer food and summer fruits. There you go.
Nothing can beat this. This is gonna, hands down, this is gonna win it.
That should be a giveaway at the Giants game, and I would love to see the reaction as people were getting handed that. How awesome would it be?
Night.
Yeah, how awesome would it be to get, like, let's say 1,000 of those, and just as a joke, start passing them out at the gate, and people are looking at that. They're like, hey, what do you get? And you hand them the chicken ass completes, and just look at Danny. Danny's losing it. Just the disappointment in their and then we mic them as they're, look at Danny. We mic them as they're walking away, going, what the fuck? What is this crap? Do you eat it now? No, save it. We'll eat it at home.
I'm
seriously having a lot of yakking up. Man, could you imagine having to clean up the stadium after that?
Even just how funny would this be? Because I guess for camp, I just bought one of those mobile power banks. So that actually could probably power a microwave. Imagine if you dressed up like you were just a street meat vendor, and you like $3 for whatever we fucking call it, and then when they go up and they pay, you just pull it out and just put it into the portable microwave for 30 seconds. What the hell is this?
It'd be awesome too. Have like a plant. Look at Danny's going down. Have a plant of people going, that was awesome. That is so good. Oh my God, I love that. And then start charging people like $10. Yeah, they're $10 each. They're really good. You just eat it right out of the box. It's just an amazing treat.
Over 4.5 stars on Yelp. Like, just put up the sign that says it.
And then as you're handing them out, people are looking at it, go, yeah, there's a microwave on the club level, so you can. There's a microwave. Yeah. There's a microwave on the club level. Could you imagine people walking around? It's just the worst. Just the worst giveaway of all time.
All the bathrooms, everyone's all of their orifices.
I would pay money to see what people would say as they're walking away with that. What the hell?
They change the colors to like orange and black. Giant logo.
Right in bold print, in a Sharpie.
Oh my God. 916_49 says Larry's search history is affecting the chat because there's porn bots in my thing.
Whoopie bots.
People start vomiting from the smell of the Hormel ass being just heating it up, and everybody's like getting ill.
Paul Perryman at 1218 says, "How much for Dan to eat that thing cold?"
Dude, don't be such a cheap ass. Put that thing in the microwave. Can we put it in the microwave before we leave?
No, I don't. I did that the other night. I don't want to
Danny,
waste.
how much is that thing?
I can't even remember. Probably.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you that money. I know people who have like $5. I can get $5 for you.
What do you want me to do with it?
I want you to cook it. I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like.
You saw it the other night.
No, I saw the beef version. That looked really terrible. But this might look really good.
Chicken version?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Chicken ass.
You want me to eat this?
Yes,
thing
yes.
cold?
Yes, I want to see you get the. I want you to see you get the trots.
Yeah, you want me to eat this thing cold? I'll have to take like 40.
No, don't eat it cold. I'm afraid. I'm afraid for your health.
You're start throwing up.
If you were Ryan's age, maybe. But all right, Danny's gone to his kitchen. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. He has to eat it. Okay. All right.
You know what? I think that he actually.
She's like, let's go.
I have a theory. He actually likes it, and he's just pretending. Okay.
All right. Be ready.
Right now, Danny's thinking, I am wasting my chicken ass treats. And then what if my wife comes home and wants to eat that later and I don't have it anymore? There's going to be hell to pay. You're going to be running down to a Circle K.
35 seconds.
Where did you get that? What store sells that crap?
Oh my God! My wife's home.
Trader Joe's?
Gone.
Trader Joe's?
No, not Trader. Just a regular like fries or something.
A website, maybe chickenass.com.
It's almost ready. 20 seconds. Next stop, Lafayette.
This is going to be great.
Stop, Lafayette Station.
Oh, I want to see smoke coming out of there. I want to see bubbling. I want to see it.
You know who's excited about this is he's running over there by the microwave.
Look at him. He's like, "Ooh, my master is finally hooking me up."
I thought you were going to say Faith is the one who's excited because now she's not going to be the only one in the house that diarrheaed everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
A guy called Ed says, "I bet your dogs wouldn't eat it."
Oh, they will, but I don't want to get them sick.
It's your food.
I'm going to get it.
Oh my God, that is awesome. Here we go. One ass treat for each trade he gets wrong. Max Stahl says one ass treat for every trade he gets wrong.
It's not a bad, not too bad of a smell here.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like the gravy in there. It's white gravy. Yeah, oh, Buster, look at that. Hey, check this out.
Will you try to season it at all?
Yeah, you got to throw some hot sauce or something in there.
Oh, look at Buster. Buster's like, hey, that's good. That's better than the crap that Danny's been feeding me. Completes. There you go. $2.35, and you're worried about this stuff?
Is that what
Man's got 3 homes and 5 cars.
That's half a gallon of.
Hey, I got the camera on the stuff. I'm opening it here.
Oh shoot!
You got to see this.
Oh,
ooh,
flatness.
Hold on here.
That looks like applesauce.
What the hell?
That is gravy.
Look at Buster. Buster's like, ooh, that's good. That's good.
Potatoes.
Here, Buster, you want a little gravy? Here you go, buddy.
Let's see. What if Buster just immediately fell to the ground?
I'd sue your ass.
What has happened to Buster? Buster's fur is changing color.
He's becoming human.
Oh, so that is awesome.
This is what this stuff is. Here, let me get the whole cover off.
Do you remember what the options were? It was just chicken or beef, or was there like a pot roast? Skate Arrest 77 says, yes, I've had the pot roast. It's actually decent.
I actually, yeah. Wow, they do spaghetti. Okay.
It's not horrible.
What if we all wind up liking this shit?
It's not horrible. I'll tell you that if you're really, I had a couple when I first got them because I bought a bunch, just for storage, and then
storage.
You know what?
What food does anybody buy for storage?
That's like something I would say, like, oh yeah, I bought this dresser for storage. I brought this.
I mean, what is it? Maybe you could make. In my storage, I got like cans of tuna. Some water, maybe little beans.
Let's
and
see
you're
what's
going with completes. Look at that
what's
thing.
underneath this thing.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, look at it. It even has like a. Oh my God! Look at the texture. That looks damn good, actually.
And there's
Danny, take one big bite. Can you take one big bite?
That just looks like an unbreaded chicken nugget.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see it. Oh, it's kind of stringy. How long did you microwave it for?
60 seconds.
Probably overcooked it.
No, it's not bad. Chicken's better than the chicken's actually.
Look at that. You're having a dinner party. Will you serve that? Come on in, everybody. Can I get you a glass of wine?
I need
Red
some more
or
donations. Guys, I need some more donations. You're making me eat this stuff at $12.25. Come on.
How about this one? Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. The spaghetti only gives you diarrhea 50% of the time. I think it says that on the package.
Well, that's in the warning.
I'm actually begging now. Come
Lotus
on.
98. That looks like the Giants defense, Dan.
That is true. But guess what? Their FIP is still fantastic.
The Giants are top 5 scoring runs. What is that? How come every time we watch them, they never score? Except for they get 12. They get 10, 12, 13, or they get 1.
Every 5 days.
Reminded me of a guy who lived with in college. You know what I'm saying? He just never scored. All right, here we go. Let's hear the people in the bleachers chanting my name, and then let's run for the door. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Danny's going to have
I
the
drop over after you make me eat this.
One more question to the chat, as I know that this is going to go on, and then sometimes you guys talk amongst each other. With so many Bay Area people in there, what time does Bart start running on a Saturday?
Running?
Yeah.
I would say 7.
I think
Maybe
6.
6.
So questionably
Maybe
dicey for me. I might have to Uber if I have an 8:30.
What do you got to fly?
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I've got another. I've hit the wedding age now, so I'm going down.
You're getting married tomorrow?
No, I'm going to a wedding for a person I've never met, and I'm flying up Saturday morning, going to the wedding, and then coming home Sunday at 10 a.m.
Mark Hope donates it. Mark Hope has donated another $1, guys. Thank you, Mark. And Paul Perriman says, thanks, Dan. That made me sick, but thanks, Dan.
You're welcome, Paul. I couldn't do it cold, though. Larry was too concerned for me, and
yeah,
I'm appreciative of that.
Well, the Krueg Channel's general counsel sent me an email.
Yeah, I bet.
Don't have Danny could do that. That could hurt the show. If he simultaneously combusts, it'd be a bad thing for the show.
And what time are the Giants on tomorrow?
Yeah, what is it? It's digging. We're not going to be on tomorrow.
I'm looking right now. Hold on. Here.
Right, you're out of town anyway, right?
Oh no! Wait, no, that's last.
What time's the game tomorrow?
Oh, 4:15. They're going to put them on national TV again. Dang it!
That's humiliating.
Yeah, we're going to sit tomorrow out. I think.
Are we? I might. Hey,
we'll sit tomorrow out. We'll go Sunday. What time's Sunday's game?
1.
Sunday's at 1:10. We're gonna sit tomorrow. Maybe I might just come on if they get ripped, and I might just
start proposing trades.
Just blow a gap. Yeah, we'll have a trade show.
Yeah, just hi, I'm Trader Dan, and
maybe,
and
back from Trader Joe's.
Maybe auction off some of that chicken ass. Get a couple go down to the chicken ass store.
What trade did I make that was so outrageous though?
I don't know. I kind of muted you out, not actually, but just in my ears.
I'm thinking guys that are realistic. Brandon Drury. I think that would help the club.
Clarence Beeks is like Danny Solo tomorrow. Trades, and more trades.
That's right. You don't want to get me going.
Benji says trade show with storage food. Anonymous is 4 hours of Lieutenant Dan.
Bart starts at
444. Danny, I'll definitely watch.
Very good. So,
how about this? Carlo P says tomorrow we get Shohei, Brandon Drury, and Mauricio Dubon talk.
They get Dubon back.
All right, let's play the sounder and let's bolt.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody, by the way.
Oh, we got $5 that just came in.
Look at that.
$5. Look at that. Stop the press.
Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, $5 to restock those bun hair meats.
Thank you, bun. Mercedes. You're welcome, Paul.
What's this guy on? What is this guy on right now?
Krueger.
Yeah, we're gonna be on YouTube right now tonight. All right. Okay.
I wish he would get in the chat and we'd bring him on as a special guest.
Larry!
Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Careful, whatever you bring me, getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need to hassle.